Well, hello again. Did you guess the sound was from some very large bells? I'm just dusting these two, which can be seen at the Museum of Dartmoor Life. They're medieval, so that means they're over 700 years old. And they came from Okehampton Castle, just a short walk from here. Come on. Behind me is the remains of the largest castle in Devon. It's a motte and bailey castle with a stone keep. It was turned into a sumptuous residence in the 14th century by Hugh Courtney, who was the Earl of Devon at the time.
My lady hath the sable coach with horses 2 and 4. My lady hath the black bloodhound that runneth on before. My lady's coach hath nodding plumes, the driver has no head. My lady is an ashen white of one that's long since dead.
There is a ghost story about Okehampton Castle, where Lady Howard is driven from Tavistock in a coach made from the bones of her 4 husbands, with a headless coachman and a black dog with red eyes, arriving at the castle at midnight to take a blade of grass from the castle mound every night until all the grass is gone.
Now pray step in, my lady says, now's room in here for you. She waved her hand, the coach did stand, the squire within she drew. The wheels go round without a sound, no tramp or turn of wheel, as cloud at night in the pale moonlight along that carriage steals.
The bells you saw me polishing earlier would have rung to warn of the approach of important visitors, the start and the end of the working day, when the castle gates would open or close. They might ring at midday and for an evening curfew when people must be at home and stay inside until the morning bell. Would you like to see another medieval castle? You would? This is Lidford Castle, just a short drive from Okehampton, or even quicker if you know how. Lidford Castle is a remarkably well-preserved medieval courtroom and prison, notorious for its harsh punishments of chaining prisoners to the walls and feeding them only bread and water. Even in the heat of the summer, the bare walls and gloomy interior have seemed to bear witness to the words of the Devon poet William Browne. I oft heard of Lidford law, how in the morn they hang and draw, and sit in judgment after. Would you like to see another example of medieval architecture? You would? I'm here in Postbridge, and behind me you can see a medieval clapper bridge which crosses the River Dart. It was built so carts pulled by cart horses could carry the tin from the tin mines on the moor to Tavistock. The large stone slabs that make the supports for the bridge are called posts, which is how the village got its name, Postbridge. The road bridge behind was built in the 1780s to replace the medieval bridge, and both are so historically important that they are listed, which means nobody can remove them. We've already seen how much things have changed since the Bronze Age. Do you remember the roundhouse? Just one single room to live in. Well, in medieval times, things were very different. There were 2 rooms, one for the animals at night and one for the main living area. And the homes weren't round anymore, they were long. Let's take a look at one now. This is Higher Uppercott, a Grade 1 listed medieval longhouse situated in the parish of Widdicombe-in-the-Moor. This longhouse is of national importance because it is one of the few remaining examples of this historic building type, which has retained its lower or shippen end cattle shelter in its original unaltered state. Later in the medieval period, longhouses were built with more separation from the animals, private upstairs bedrooms, and even enclosed stone fireplaces. Well, we've certainly had a medieval adventure today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Now, before I go, I'd like to show you something. Do you know what this is? Well, why don't you join me next time to find out? I'll see you then.